Think for a second about your party's heavily armored fighter, confident and battle-ready, suddenly facing a creature that doesn't aim for their life, but for their prized possessions. Enter the Rust Monster, a nightmare for any adventurer clad in metal. Welcome back to Monster Mechanics, where we break down the tactics and lore of D&D's most intriguing creatures. Today we're diving into the Rust Monster, a beast that turns your shiny gear into flaky rust. Rust monsters have been a staple in D&D since the early days, originating from a quirky plastic toy that inspired Gary Gygax himself. These creatures are typically found in subterranean environments, such as dungeons and caves, where they sniff out their favorite meal, ferrous metals like iron and steel. With their keen sense of smell, they can detect metal from up to 30 feet away, making them relentless pursuers of adventurers' gear. Let's break down the Rust Monster's stats. They're not the toughest foes, but their speed of 40 feet allows them to close distances quickly. Their primary traits include Iron Scent, which lets them pinpoint ferrous metal within 30 feet, and Rust Metal, causing non-magical metal weapons that hit them to corrode. The Rust Monster's most notorious feature is its antennae attack. A successful touch can corrode non-magical metal objects, deteriorating armor and shields by reducing their AC, and eventually destroying them if the penalty reaches -5. This makes them particularly dangerous to metal-clad adventurers. As a dungeon master, using Rust Monsters effectively means capitalizing on their metal detection abilities. They'll naturally be drawn to the party members with the most metal, often targeting fighters and paladins first. In combat, they'll aim to disarm and disarmor their foes, creating panic and forcing players to rethink their strategies. Consider having Rust Monsters set up ambushes in areas abundant with metal debris, indicating their presence. They might lurk near old armories or battlefields, ready to pounce on unsuspecting adventurers. Using narrow corridors can also be advantageous, as it limits players' movement and increases the likelihood of the Rust Monster reaching its target. A common pitfall is underestimating the psychological impact of Rust Monsters. Players may hesitate to engage, fearing the loss of valuable equipment. As a DM, balance is key. Use Rust Monsters to create tension without causing undue frustration. Remember, the goal is to challenge and entertain, not to strip players of their hard-earned gear without recourse. For a unique twist, imagine a derelict forge where Rust Monsters have made their nest, feeding off the remnants of metal. The party must navigate this area carefully, perhaps needing to retrieve a crucial artifact, all while avoiding or confronting these creatures. The environment itself can be hazardous, with unstable structures and molten metal adding to the challenge. Let's visualize an ideal combat scenario. The party enters the forge, the heat causing beads of sweat to form. Suddenly, a Rust Monster scuttles from the shadows, antennae twitching as it senses the fighter's gleaming sword. The creature darts forward, attempting to corrode the weapon. The fighter pulls back, opting to use a wooden club instead, while the wizard casts spells from a safe distance. The rogue, devoid of metal gear, maneuvers behind the Rust Monster for a sneak attack. This encounter forces the party to adapt, highlighting the Rust Monster's ability to disrupt conventional tactics. To sum up, Rust Monsters are excellent tools for DMs to challenge players' reliance on metal equipment. By understanding their lore and abilities, you can create encounters that are both memorable and strategic. Thanks for tuning in to Monster Mechanics. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights into your favorite Dungeons & Dragons creatures. Share your experiences with Rust Monsters in the comments below. We'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, may your dice roll high and your gear remain unscathed.